Hello, this is Russell from
Tones of Evil.
and you're listening to Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks podcast.
Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Don't miss out on our comic book creator interviews, including our monthly Chichester chats with comic book legend D.G. Chichester, superhero movie brackets in our search for the worst comic book movie of all time, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Luke of Perich, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks podcast.
Into the Dark Knight, all to do with Batman.
Close. It's We Are the Night, the Batman podcast.
All to do with Batman.
That part's right, yes. Alright, kids. I am Phil. Welcome. And, of course, joining me as always, she isn't above torturing a man in an interrogation room. It is.
You know it. It's Will Hellfire.
Did you eat the last bagel?
Oh, you're definitely dead.
I told you, stick to your Egg McMuffin.
Bagel and tea, I'm just not myself.
That's right, kids. We're covering the final parts of Officer Down from Detective Comics 754 and
Officer Down. Copy.
Hey-oh, and Gotham Knights number 13.
Oh God. We have way too many Bat books. This has been a problem for years.
I mean,
the most egregious is Azrael. I'm sorry, Phil. It's just Azrael was so egregious, and then they had to change it to Agent of the Bat because it wasn't selling. It's just like, there's your sign.
We discussed this.
We don't want a blonde Batman.
It got 100 issues because I guess he was Denny's pet project.
Sheer will of force by Mr. Dennis O'Neil. Yes. May he rest in peace. He was having fun writing blonde Batman. That's fine.
So are we saying Nightfall started this whole thing with, like, too many Bat books?
Well, Death of Superman.
Oh, yeah.
They realized they could add extra books and us nerds would buy it.
I just mean Batman in general. I think Nightfall is the,
But no, I think, obviously, Death of Superman is to blame for all these superheroes having so many books. And Marvel's like, ooh, Spider-Man, X-Men.
Death of Superman.
It's just been a snowball effect ever since.
Death of Superman, all to do with cashing in.
Nice. I'm going to need that as a drop. Anytime we talk about Superman. And the death of the Justice League, obviously.
Oh, yeah. I remember back in my day, we had Batman, we had Detective Comics, and maybe we had a Legends of the Dark Knight out of continuity, so if you didn't want to pick it up, you didn't have to pick it up, but...
Shadow of the Bat.
I know, then they started Shadow of the Bat.
Actually, I like those. I'm actually trying to finish that whole series. I've got, I think 12 of them so far.
What, Shadow of the
I'm
Bat?
going to go out hunting today. Yeah.
Settle down, gentlemen. She means for comics.
Or do I?
Whoa.
Talk about giving your lunch money, nerds.
Oh, damn. She's hunting for comics and... Oh, my. Are you a hot 20-something-year-old man in the Tampa area?
Loves to drink and thinks that knows that Hulk can't beat Superman?
It has a big, thick comic book collection? Yes, contact Lilith Hellfire. Alright. So should we jump into this? Because
on that note, we should get into this.
Oh my god, did I miss something, or do I only have 3 new Bat books this week?
I told you it was a good, well-balanced week for both DC and Marvel. I was not joking. And this is what happens. And when you have well-balanced books, they get a chance to be good. Maybe not great, but good. Not just mediocre.
It was a small week. I guess DC let someone other than Batman have the spotlight.
Exactly. And Marvel let somebody other than X-Men and Spider-Man have a good week. It was nice.
Oh, yeah.
It was very, very nice.
Oh, God. Remind me when we get to Spider-Man. There's something we need to talk about.
We need to talk about Spider-Man. Gotcha.
Amazing fantasy. All right.
Oh, yes. I have thoughts as well.
Talk about the cash grab. Anyway, all right, so the next part of Officer Down, Detective Comics 754 from March 2001, Officer Down Part 6. Okay. Monster in a Box.
Hey, I can relate. This is relatable.
Talk about your fantasies. Writer Nunzio De Filipis, penciler Mike Collins, inker Steve Bird and Jason Delperang, colorist Wildstorm FX, letterer Willie Schubert, and editors Bob Schreck and Matt Idelson.
Shrek. Donkey.
Where's that SOB Max Shrek? Alright. Detectives Montoya and Allen have Jordan Rich, the man they are certain is responsible for Commissioner Gordon's
So
shooting.
you know they're wrong.
Ooh. In the interview room and are determined to extract a confession. However, he knows very well that the physical evidence will never be enough to convict him, and he smugly avoids all possible traps they lay for him, even when they threaten to bring Batman in.
Hey, Renee Montoya going off. You're not a cop. You're a piece of...
I love how they're like, is this ethical? Is this
Yes, Renee, tell him.
I love, is this ethical? Is this ethical? I would have been like, this was a Wednesday for Jim Gordon. Come on.
Bro, what do you mean this is a Monday morning first thing? That's how he likes to start his week.
Batman grabs a bagel on his way in to crack his knuckles.
Exactly. He's clocking in.
We can't get him to talk. I'll get him to talk.
It's like, hello, boys. Leave it to the professionals.
Where's the confession?
Swear to me. We're not quite there just yet, but it's coming. Hell.
Oh, good for you.
However, he knows very well that at St. Luke's Hospital, James Gordon has recently woken up and can confirm Rich's identity to Lieutenant Bullock, but did not see the man who shot him. Eventually, the police have to let Rich go. Batman confronts him on the streets of Gotham, but is told that he's powerless. If he doesn't have it in him to kill Rich, he'll never have justice. Montoya watches the confrontation from the shadows. You gotta have some big...
Oh, Crispus Allen. Shall we discuss?
Oh, there's so much goodness in this issue. I mean, what balls do you have that, Batman throws you into a pile of garbage in an alley and you're like, you got nothing. Unless you're going to kill me, you got nothing.
Exactly.
I'm like, couldn't Batman beat you within an inch of your life, break every bone in your body, but leave you alive? Well, I didn't kill him.
Now, I'm going to tell you, Crispus Allen, Spectre, it's okay. I'm my favorite Spectre. Y'all know Hal Jordan's my favorite Spectre, so.
Oh, no. Another fangirl, kids.
I, of course, love Hal Jordan.
I know, I can't wait.
We both love Hal Jordan for different reasons and different things. Comics are a beautiful thing.
I can't wait to read that series, because, Will read, the first half of that series so far, and he said he really enjoyed it.
Sweet. I can't wait to hear you guys discuss it whenever you get to it.
Well, it's DeMatteis, so, of course it's going to be good.
Yeah, I think everybody all around's going to enjoy that one. That's a no-brainer.
I can't remember if this episode will be before or after, but kids, stay tuned for another Lilith Hellfire appearance on Sector 2814, episode 69.
69!
As if I had to tell you which episode it was. I guarantee.
Wait, did Kyle or Guy die violently? Is that?
How dare you speak Kyle Rayner's name in there? But no, I'm just waiting. He's
only good as a White Lantern. Fight me, Philip.
I know. All right, so I should just ask. I should just say, hey Ray, who doesn't listen to the show regularly, and be like, hey, guess what episode of Green Lantern Lil's gonna guess for? I'm sure he'll be like 69, 169, 269.
Boing. That's kind of the point. It's my branding. You have petty. I have 69, and sometimes being salty, sometimes.
Lilith Hellfire, all to do is 69.
Yeah, Ray, where's my drop?
Oh, don't tempt him. Oh, yeah, you're brave now. He's not going to hear that. Ray's not going to hear this.
Exactly. Ray's not going to hear this.
I mean, if you want me to, I'll throw it out there and be like, hey, this is what Lilith wants.
Ray's not going to hear this.
What?
Yeah, do it.
All to do is 16. Lilith Hellfire, all to do is 16. Yeah, and I'm not even gonna get into that backup, the Jacobian.
Oh, no?
Oh, did you like it? I don't know.
No, but it's there. That's all you really need to know.
I was always confused by it.
This literally didn't need a backup, but thanks.
Well, what was going on in Detective Comics? Because this was chapter 9 of the damn thing.
Yeah, I know. We don't need this story, was my point.
I know. But again, I guess they felt like they needed a backup in Detective because it was just some guy, he had amnesia wandering around trying to find his path. Well,
Exactly.
how great would that have been if, like, at the end he finds out he had amnesia because Batman, like, punched him in the head too hard or something?
That would be a 2022 story with police brutality. The escalating militarization of the Batman.
Oh, there you go. Defund the Batman. Which we kind of already thought.
Well, they did.
Which we have.
Joke's on you, they already did.
I know. That's why Joker's...
I think it would be hilarious if we found out that Oliver Queen was actually responsible. He's like, you left me funding the Justice League. Okay, you don't deserve any money.
Talking about petty. No, that's why...
And then Connor steals the money again. He's like, neither one of you deserve it.
No, Joker...
Besides, I needed a new arm.
That's why Joker's like a hero to punchline in some of these people, because he's the one who defunded Batman.
Exactly.
Oh, good lord.
Listen, I'm saying, Punchline's relatable to a certain demographic. And at this point, there's no Beaver joke, so she's a million times better than comic book Harley.
True. I mean, they really don't do a lot of Beaver. They really don't do Beaver jokes these days in that book, but yeah, I know.
She's OP. She's good guy Harley. I don't like that Harley.
You
can be an anti-hero and not be a goody two shoes.
At least in the comics, she's suffering. What happened to Deadpool? They want to make her a hero, and they were milking her for all she's worth. I think we're coming down off of that. She's on the downslide like Deadpool did.
Yeah.
So
I mean, they're still doing that Eat, Bang, Kill, but that's kind of based on the animated show. So
yeah, I think they need that animated series needs to come back. So they need
to go back to Harley Quinn Batman animated series. Harley Quinn.
Yeah. If you want to do a solo series, do that original one that came out, around this time, 2001.
Just saying, like it never sat right with me what they did with Harley. They over sexualized her instantly.
Oh yeah.
Like, give her a full body suit. She's got a PhD after her name, as does Pam.
What are you talking about? That slow-mo scene from the first Suicide Squad movie? Again, get Deanie in here.
Most satisfying moment. Well, next to that one movie where Ben Affleck dies midway through the movie, and I turn it off every time after that. That movie Netflix produced.
Oh God.
He gets shot right through the head, and I'm like, oh, yep, that's the sweet spot.
Lil's like, I gotta go outside and smoke.
Exactly. Seriously. I think that movie is almost always queued up to that moment. They're like, what is this? I'm like, don't worry about it. Anytime I see any Snyderverse stuff, I just go rewind, watch, decompress.
Every time Lilith watches Armageddon, is this the time Ben Affleck gets it? Hell.
Exactly. Anywho, this one, I was okay with this one.
Yeah. I mean, if we're getting
But it's Detective Comics. If this isn't going to be good, then none of them are going to be good.
This was before GCPD, right? So, like, was this was this them testing the waters, I guess?
This is a little taste.
Hey, kids, want some crime? Want some Law and Order?
I can't recommend that. I can recommend that Spectre. Definitely with Crispus Allen. I can recommend it.
Okay.
If you're a Spectre fan.
Again,
Spectre's an interesting character.
Yeah, a lot of times you can get weird with the Spectre. So if you like weird, most of those series are pretty good. But no,
the original obviously is the best one. Not gonna hold you, but Hal Jordan's second and this one's kind of third.
I don't know. I was thinking lately, I was like, I have to read that Hal Jordan series because a lot of times when I hear Spectre, all I think about is like, the guy, every crisis DC has, someone comes to the Spectre and be like, help us. And he's like, no, I can't. And then at the end, he just like,
unless you're Hal Jordan.
Yeah, I know. But he peacocks in
because he loves to break the rules.
I know. Then he peacocks in at the last issue and he's just like, okay, I'm here.
He was like, I just wanted to see you squirm.
Exactly.
He's a masochist.
There's a drop.
You're welcome.
Oh my. 99 cents, Ray. Okay. All right. So let's get to last.
So, let's get over to Gotham Knights number 13, because I forgot this was even a book, to be honest with you.
Well, I mean, they must have, like, gave
And I'm like, is this what they're basing the CW show off of, or is it the video game? It's the video game, right?
Because Devin Grayson was, like, writing, the first half of this series or so, but it's like, yeah, Greg Rucka wrote this one, so, yeah, the whole Officer Down thing, they just, like, switched everyone up, I think.
Mm.
Again, giving you a taste of GCPD coming up.
Smart.
Branding.
Smart.
Well, at least
Big brain moves.
At least they did this whole thing in like 1 month. They didn't like drag it out.
Yeah, that's true.
Because, yeah, Batman Gotham Knights 13, again, March...
That's why there's so many books.
Exactly. Officer Down Part 7, The End. Like I said, writer Greg Rucka, penciler Rick Burchett, inker Rodney Ramos, colors Digital Chameleon, letterer Willie Schubert, and editors Bob Schreck and Matt Idelson.
It's been 84 years.
It seems like it. It has been 2 weeks since James Gordon was shot by Jordan Reynolds, a.k.a. Officer Rich, a man whose life had been destroyed after Gordon had arrested him many years ago. He is out of the hospital, walking with the use of a cane, and has made a very difficult decision. He is to retire! Well, it has been 10 years. He speaks to the mayor about it, then goes to speak to the GCPD Major Crimes Unit personally, to explain and to say goodbye. They do not take it very well, particularly Harvey Bullock, and even more so, Renee Montoya, who blames herself for their inability to prove that Reynolds was the man responsible. Before he goes,
Michael Atkins! Sorry.
Gordon introduces the new commissioner, Michael Atkins, to the Batman. But the meeting does not go well as Batman does not...
He's like, you don't have a stash. Get out of here.
You really want to put the Batman in his place? Yeah, because Atkins puts his hand out to shake and Batman just like stands there. He should have been like, it's because I'm black, right? What would Batman have done? And be like, no, here.
Like, you don't even have any Black Robins.
Oh, burn.
You don't take in Black Orphans.
Burn. No, that's when Gordon throws out the line. No, he hates everybody. No. He's a dick to everybody. Yeah, Batman does not agree with Gordon's decision and is angered that his old friend did not speak to him about it beforehand, though Gordon does point out that it's not exactly easy to contact Batman.
What about me? Wah!
I love that.
Baby Bruce Wayne.
I love that conversation. Gordon points at the signal. He's like, well, how can I contact you? There's that and, nothing else.
Yeah, it's not like we have a red phone in the mayor's office.
I was waiting for Gordon to be like, it's not like I know who you are, right?
He just sends a letter, Bruce, bro, stop playing with me. I quit. I'm retiring. I'm going to be with my kid.
Dear Bruce, can you send a message to the Batman?
He's like Lex Luthor. Oh, he's got Batman in his pocket. I knew it.
Hey, old. Dear Batman, it's me, your biggest fan, Stan.
Nice. That would be Joker. Sorry.
Oh, nice. Oh my God, Joker writing that letter from Arkham, like with his own feces. Oh my God.
No, it'd be his urine, so it's invisible. Come on.
Oh, Batman's like, invisible ink. Oh no, it's not.
Or other bodily fluid.
Oh.
Batman tastes it. He's like, wait a minute, is this? Son of a bitch.
Joker's got to get in there somehow. Hey, old.
And you know it's just laced with Joker venom on top of that. So it's all about Joker venom.
Straight from the source.
Where's the Joker nuggets?
Wild
like an animal.
Oh, no. Joker, where'd you get this ink?
You gotta rub that one in.
More like out. Choke that chicken.
Well, that escalated quickly.
As it does. We're not Capes and Lunatics for nothing, bro.
Giant-sized man thing.
You gotta get him to do the oh boy one. You have to.
Oh boy!
Just
boy!
begging you.
Oh boy! Oh yeah, we need that.
You gotta hit the Mickey Mouse switch. Oh boy!
Batman reads that letter.
It's so salty.
All right. Soon afterwards, Montoya calls in sick, and Bullock suspects he knows where she's gone.
I'm sick.
I have cramps.
Nobody can know my secret.
But Bullock suspects where she's gone, to Rich's apartment, to make him pay for what he did to the commissioner. He stops her from shooting the man, but threatens him himself as he leaves.
He's like, yeah, Renee, you're a good cop. I'm a bad cop. People expect this from me.
People won't suspect me because they think I know that they think that I would do this, so
Exactly.
they think I wouldn't do it because that's what they would expect from me. Stacy helps the former commissioner move things out of police headquarters, and later Gordon and Batman have a more reasonable talk where the Dark Knight is persuaded to give Atkins a chance. Still later, Jordan Rich's apartment stands empty with a blood stain on the floor. I can't remember. Do they clean that up, or do they go into that further in GCPD? Because I think it's heavily implied. Because I'm trying to remember. Was it months later? Weren't they like, oh yeah, we found Jordan Rich's body in the river or something?
Yeah, they do a little bit.
So I know they were starting to apply. Was it Bullock? Did Bullock kill him? Did Montoya go back? Who cares?
Exactly. At the end of the day, it's Gotham. Who cares? Funny Money wasn't a bad backup story, by the way.
Yeah. Oh yeah, was that a black and white one? Because I think we were doing black and whites in this as backups. Oh yeah, that's right. Because I read this on the app, and I don't think it had the backup for this. The Jacobian it did. But,
oh really?
Yeah, I don't think this one it didn't have the backup for it.
That's so weird.
I know.
Well, that's what you get when you pay, DC Finite.
I know. But again, it's
that's kind of why I've been on the hunt to find the actual floppies now. That's what motivates me at this point.
I do have the floppies for both of these. I was just too lazy to pull them out, Hale.
Sometimes it'd be like that when you're old, Phil. It's fine.
Oh!
Burn!
That's why you get married. That's why you get married. So you have someone to pull it out for you. Hale.
Exactly.
But no, that's so weird. It's like one issue they print the backup and another one they don't.
Maybe it's like rights or something. Who knows?
Maybe.
I could never know. DC is an absolute menace and a mess.
I know. That's like Will and I. I'm like, we just did a crossover. It was 2 issues of Connor Hawk's book and 1 Green Lantern book. The app only had the Green Lantern book, which was it was a 3-part crossover, and they only had part 2 from the Green Lantern book. It's like, really? I thought they always did all or nothing on crossovers.
Well, it is Connor Hawk, to be fair.
Oh, burn! Well, they do have.
To be fair.
Well, they have some of his issues, but yeah, some of that towards the end they don't have.
Listen, DC feels the same way I do. Trust me. They're like, we really shouldn't have done that, but.
Do we need to bring Connor Hawk back?
Everybody else had a legacy character, and I'm just like, Roy's right there, bro.
Exactly.
That's so rude. Roy's right there.
Yeah, but were they doing, what was Roy in the Titans? Again, did he suffer the Nightwing effect where, they didn't want to yank him out of Titans?
But they could have easily pulled him out of Titans, though. Honestly, Roy in Titans, never been a fan.
Oh, he was a government stooge. Come on.
Exactly. Snitches get stitches, and that's why he ain't got no arm no more. Don't get me started on the downfall of Roy.
I know. That's what they should have did if they wanted to yank Nightwing out of the book, which they did. I mean, she was power. I think they took her powers at the time, but they should have repowered Donna Troy and had her lead the Titans.
Oh, she was a woman. We were not that progressive back then, bro.
Well, she was depowered, and then she became a Dark Star. Then we knocked out them Dark Stars.
I feel like the women heroes get depowered a lot more than the men. Just saying.
Well, how are they going to be girlfriends?
Steve Trevor would never. He likes his women wonderful.
He likes to be tied up. Hey-oh.
Exactly. You ain't got to use the lasso of truth on him. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my. Great Hera.
So,
all right.
Nice. So, Officer Down is interesting. It's I don't know why they did it through all the books. I don't know if the sales were down on some and they were just let's do a crossover. A little baby crossover. Let's do a little soft launch of GCPD.
I was going to say, gauging interest.
Honestly, that's probably what it was.
Gauging interest, yeah.
Honestly, we should cover that.
Okay.
One of these days.
I don't know if I've ever read the whole thing.
Next year, not this year, but next year.
Yeah, that's fine. How many issues was that? Was that like 20? How far did that get? I can't remember.
I can't remember either. I know I only got up to like 17.
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't read the whole thing. We could break it up in the chunks.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, so
or whenever that. Oh well, they're actually not even doing a GCPD show now. So
no, Gotham.
It morphed into something else again. God damn it! Just make GCPD.
Oh my god, when Gotham Knights comes out.
I mean, honestly, with the popularity of SVU and all those other cop shows, why wouldn't you? With a Batman backdrop, why wouldn't you?
Yeah, you people love to do Batman shows without Batman. There you go.
Like, honestly, it's a procedural set in Gotham. Like, oh my god, it just tells it. The story tells itself. Why are they so afraid of that? I don't get it. Like, nobody is more pissed about how Gotham turned out TV show than I, because I am here for early Jim Gordon stories.
Oh yeah,
and they just cut him off at the knee. Oh, there's Bruce crying in the alley. Oh, we're done.
Come on, Phil, say Gotham.
No.
Shout out to Third Best Southgate.
Stay tuned for that, kids.
Why did your eye drift over to my box?
It's already kind of full, but I was going to say Capes unless we put it over here, so.
Do we have room on Sidekicks?
More than we do on Capes. More than we do on Capes with our twice a month Daredevil and our Chichester chats.
Oh, that's true.
I was going to say, yeah, if that goes on Capes, we're going to have 5 shows every week, so.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. You're over on Capes. You got to talk a lot of
wherever you deem to put it, Phil.
he seems more Marvel than DC to me. So
yeah, exactly. Although you could probably get him on a Constantine rant if you wanted the original run or the TV show. He actually really enjoyed the TV show.
Oh please, we can get him on whatever kind of rant. Come on. I think him and Charlie Esser were separated.
Somebody make him a Charlie puppet, please.
Oh my god. Be great.
Anywho, let's get to these 3 new Bat books, shall we?
Yes. Did you?
It's like the least amount of Bat books I've had in quite a while.
I know. And none of them are like the main Bat book. Alright, so did you read Batgirls number 6?
Is that why I liked it? No tea, no shade.
Oh my.
I'm over the main book, low key.
Well, again.
You're doing too much.
Well, again, Shadow War, and we're spinning our wheels till Chip gets here, so.
Yeah. And Shadow War was fine. I mean, the crossover was fine, but like actually before that, I was like,
And it's not even over yet.
Yeah, it's not.
All right.
So let's see. We had Batgirls number 6, Batman Urban Legends number 15, Future State Gotham number 13, which we don't have to discuss ever again. That's fine.
I haven't been getting it.
And I Am Batman number 9.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And technically, Suicide Squad get Joker. Technically. Which I didn't get.
I've never gotten that. Yes.
Okay.
Oh man, we were pushing hard for the CW stuff because you got on the back cover you got Flash and Superman and Lois, but then inside
the only 2 shows that survived. Interesting.
Well, no, inside front cover we get Naomi, so they tried.
No, they didn't.
Well, I'm just saying.
If they tried, they would have gave her a better team. Well, I know Ava DuVernay is pissed. She's like, I left New Gods for this? You son of a bitch. I'm like, you just wasted Ava. Oh my god. You have to be sick, throwing up and puking and sliding down a wall at this point. She's never going to work with DC again, bro. Never.
And last night on Capes and Lunatics episode 261, Charlie hit it right on the head. He's like, man, she comes face to face with Brutus and it's like, yeah, it's just some fat guy. It's like really? Really? Let me gesture hard.
Brutus, no!
He's gonna steal olive oil. Hey-oh.
Nice.
But no, Batgirl. So, what do you think of Batgirls number 6?
It's getting better, actually.
That's what I thought too.
The dynamics are kind of like finally like solidifying and stuff. I like it actually now. Although Tudor's gotta go.
Oh,
Tudor's gotta go.
Yeah.
I don't like that. But Spellbinder? I was like, we're doing Spellbinder?
I know.
That's an interesting artistic choice, but okay.
I know.
That, like, you tell me Batgirls, aka New Birds of Prey, and Spellbinder, okay, I'll give you a chance. I don't know what's going on there, but I'll give it a chance.
I know. I mean, maybe it's just more.
That shook me to my core. I'm like, okay, this is going in a new direction.
I mean, I don't know if it was because it was more action or they're like wrapping up the first arc, but I was like, yeah, I'm like, this seems like it's getting better, and it's, it's more like a actual Batgirls book instead of like I don't know. Before, remember, we were talking like, it's like it's like an all ages book or something. I mean, it's getting better.
And that's just, it's like, if you're not gonna have this is basically the Birds of Prey replacement. Let's be honest. So that's kind of what we were all expecting for the first arc, and they had to do a lot of world building and heavy lifting, and excuses and shenanigans for why this team exists. And so now that that's out of the way, they get to have fun with it.
Yeah, it's not as much, oh, woe is me, we have to be in hiding, and, who ate all the popcorn, and, now we're just getting down to it. Yeah, no, it's
time to kick some ass.
Maybe it was just a lot of setup, but now it's rolling good. And did anybody really think they were going to kill Stephanie Brown? Okay.
I did.
Oh, did you?
They've done it before. Oh. It would have been interesting. It would have pissed a lot of people off, but it would have been interesting.
Oh, we faked it again. God.
I mean, she gets the business almost as much as freaking poor Wally.
Well, at some point, for the longest time, they were always thought, oh, Batman needed a
They never acknowledged her.
Yeah. Well, no, they always thought Batman needed a dead Robin on his tally, and then once they brought Jason back, they're like, oh, he needs a dead Robin again. Let's give him Stephanie. Let's crowbar that in, make her Robin for a few. Hey-oh, make her Robin.
Jason's gonna kick your ass, Phil.
I didn't even mean that.
It's like Batman dresses up because he's afraid of bats. Shouldn't you be dressed up as a crowbar? Thank you, Dick. You're welcome.
What Lil says every weekend.
I don't thank no boy for nothing.
Wow!
Ew, Philip! Do you even know me at all?
Lil's done. She goes, you're welcome. Get out.
Exactly. Your Uber's outside. Get out.
Follow the arrows to the exit. Yes. Pick up your
It's a lighted path, I'll have you know. Because, I don't believe in lights. I don't believe in overhead lights. It's a lighted path.
Glow in the dark tape, yes.
Paint, buddy, come on.
Oh,
you mustn't be afraid to think bigger.
Hey, I need it bigger. Pick up your McDonald's gift bag on your way out. Thank you.
Exactly.
But yeah, no,
I'm finally fully invested. I like Becky Cloonan, and I knew she'd get there eventually, but it's taking a minute. Oh, yeah. 5 issues is a lot.
I think it was a lot of setup, but I think it worked. And we had to work through. I mean, this thing kind of
much of those issues, yeah.
Well, and she had to get through a lot of the crap because it's we spun this out of future state, so it's we kind of had to work through that stuff. Yeah.
We could have just pretended like it didn't happen.
I know.
What is the last successful event that they've had? I'll wait.
You mean Batman or DC in general?
Just DC in general.
I think they're banking on
Well, Shadow War's pretty good, but I'm saying before that.
It's been a while. I mean, do you consider Joker War successful? Did they push books? Did they push units on that?
I mean, okay, sure, fine. They push books, I guess, but narratively, everything's been a flop.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I cannot think of the last crossover that I've actually liked except for maybe way back, Brightest Day.
Oh my.
Maybe not even Infinity. No. I think we might be all the way back to there. I think we might actually 0 Hour. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've enjoyed a big old crossover.
Hell, nothing in Rebirth hit you. I'm trying to remember. Was there anything?
I mean, Rebirth was a soft refresh. It wasn't. You know what I mean? They didn't want to commit fully, so that's what really annoyed me about it.
Oh, they never want to anymore. Yeah, it's just we're gonna silently change.
It was okay, but it just made it more confusing because they wouldn't commit to it. So.
I know. Now they just change stuff and don't say anything. Change it back and not say anything.
She's made a clay now. Hey!
It was just one line. I was like, whoa, wait, what?
Well, because they know they were wrong for that.
I believe that was also Becky Cloonan, so.
Okay. Well, until it's definitive.
Maybe Becky was just like, no, we gotta change this back.
You know they haven't made a DC encyclopedia in 10 years, right?
Oh.
At least. Because I collect them, and I've been scrolling for them, and they haven't made one. So.
Oh, you collect that? Oh, you hypocrite! You make fun of Will and them for official handbook of the Marvel Universe, and you're just like, I have every volume of the DC handbook.
It's not the handbook. It's an encyclopedia. Because I grew up on Britannica Encyclopedia, so it's kind of a thing, okay? It's a thing. It's not a handbook. It's an encyclopedia.
Oh, it's a thing, all right.
I never said I wasn't, Phil.
I know.
Mutant and proud, damn it.
Name me one person on our team who's not. I'll wait.
Exactly.
I'll wait.
I, of course, love Hal Jordan.
So yeah, no, that speaks volumes to me because as a kid, it was like clockwork. Like every 5 years we would get one, and it's probably been literally 10, 11 years at this point, I think.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They had an updated version, but it's still, they didn't really change much, so I didn't get it, but it's weird.
I'm thinking if they do it, they're going to do it after Dark Crisis because they keep changing stuff. Like, it seems like almost every month they're changing stuff back to pre-New 52, so maybe if they...
Yeah, that's what I mean. So everything's very ephemeral over there. Everything's up in the air.
If they can just decide everything and lock it in, yeah, then they
and
can do
give me an encyclopedia.
Yeah, that's when they'll do one, when they actually finally...
And shout out, Alex Ross must do the art per usual.
Oh my god, would they do variant covers for that thing?
Well, I mean, it's honestly, most of the time they're $60 books because they're hardcover.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Would they dare do variants for that?
That's why I say they always almost get Alex Ross or another big person to do those. I don't think they would chance it on the encyclopedia.
Yeah, no.
But it would be fun if we did. Or they have different book covers, you could swap them out.
Hologram.
After you put, you know, they have the main case that you usually keep displayed.
Yeah.
And then the book cover. So if they had you could switch up the book covers, that would be really cool. I'd pay an extra $20 for that, to be honest.
Oh boy, you heard it, DC.
I just want them to commit to something. It's been a really long time since they've committed to anything. Everything's just been constantly up in the air, very confusing. It's very frustrating as a DC fan.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. And Marvel hasn't put out one in 30 years, to be fair.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
Which is weird. You'd think they would really, milk the nerds for their money on that one.
Oh yeah, but I wonder if they don't. I wonder if the interest isn't there anymore. Or...
I mean, people still love a good coffee book table. Get it?
Especially if it's about coffee tables.
Oh, hold on. Let me grab something. I'll talk about something else they don't make anymore. Give me one sec.
Okay. All right. Well, Lilith Hellfire is grabbing something. Yeah. All right. I won't move on. But yeah, Batgirls number 6. Like I said, I really. Oh, there she is.
They don't make these anymore.
Oh yeah, no, I have a.
I have Marvel and this one. This is New 52. This has been 10, 12 years since they made one.
Yeah. I think the last time they
what the hell, man? What's going on here?
I have a bunch of those for Marvel and DC. It's the last... the
last one was New 52.
I know. Well, I didn't even get that one. But no, the last thing that even came close, which isn't even the same, when they did those specials for Action 1000, Batman 1000, yeah. That was the... I don't know. Exactly. Maybe they didn't sell that well. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a bummer. How do kids even decorate their rooms anymore? All the posters are weird.
We used to get.
I don't know.
We used to get posters in our comics, kids.
Yeah, posters in our comics and our magazines. Oh my god, that's why I've been collecting Wizard low key. I don't know that I can ever find all the Wizards. That's just impossible. I think, but
oh yeah,
I'm gonna try. I've got 20 so far. I'm gonna try it.
I think people gave those the Charlie Esser treatment more than comics. Yeah.
Unfortunately, this really interesting interviews and stuff. It's literally a time capsule. They're so fascinating.
Oh yeah, and they're our fan casting for these upcoming movies. Remember the first Tobey Spider-Man movie? They were casting what's his face for Spider-Man? Oh, Leonardo DiCaprio. I know.
And that's oh, are you sure, buddy? Are you sure that's what you want to do?
It was him for Peter Parker. What was it? That Nikki Cox for Mary Jane. It's oh, really?
Not the porn version, stupids! Oh, my Egg McMuffin's here.
Oh my. I thought you mentioned porn and those dogs were yes.
No. My innocent babies know nothing but handmade food, walks on the beach, and a monthly groomer's bill. Thanks.
Oh my god. We going to the beauty parlor, mama?
Exactly. Oh, I ain't got time for that.
kids. Those dogs.
Holds you off in the backyard. That's about as good as it gets.
Whoa! Oh no, please. That's what the men get, not the dogs. The dogs get better treatment than that.
Some days they work my last damn nerve, but that's why I don't have kids. Anywho, let's move over to maybe Batman Urban Legends.
Oh, I didn't know if you wanted to save that for last, but...
Oh yeah, if you want to save it for last,
I was
go ahead.
going to say, if you want to go from Batgirls number 6 to I Am Batman number 9...
Boo! I'm sorry, I'm over it. John Ridley, I love you, guy. I do, but like not in this book. Like I proved my point with Phil about the Marvel stuff is way better than this. So obviously there's something going on over here.
Oh yeah, his Black Panther is great.
His hands are tied.
Yeah, he's doing really. Yeah, I read his current Black Panther. Yeah, it's much superior to this. So
why is he in New York? Like that just takes me right out of it. I hate it.
I mean, do we have to get?
Yeah, your role as Batman is not helping to inspire good because original Batman's freaking doesn't inspire good. He inspires chaos and craziness.
I guess.
Unless you're Terry McGinnis.
Did I don't know? Did John Ridley not want him to interact with the rest of the Bat family? Did DC?
I think DC didn't want it, but it takes me out. Listen,
because what
takes me right out of the story. Every time.
Wouldn't that like boost sales if we had like guest stars from the Bat family in this thing?
One would think. Maybe his brother, his father, anything?
I mean, we do see some of his family, but oh, excuse me.
Allergy season. Sorry, guys.
Oh yeah. I was outside cutting grass the other day, and I was like,
"Oh, such a good husband."
Sniffling, sneezing, yeah.
But Luke is old enough; he can do that.
He's 9. Oh, no, trust me, love. The minute he's old enough, I'm like, he's at least doing half of it. But yeah, I'm like, I think the book improved a little bit, but yeah, I'm just like, why are we in New York?
And why are we doing a serial killer? Like, that is so underneath Batman, unless it's not like he's a costume serial killer.
Yeah, that does seem weird. I mean, well, again,
it's like leave it to the real police, bud. I'm sorry.
Are they trying? Is John really trying to start out slow? Maybe because it's like this is a newer Batman.
That has been the major complaint, honestly, that I've seen about this book.
What, that it's slow?
Yeah.
Well, again, yeah, I know. I just wonder if he's just like this guy has been around too long. We don't want to throw him at like a metahuman already or something, or people are going to be like, oh, how's he so good? Like he's only been on the job like 2 months.
If white Bruce Wayne can be Batgod, anybody can be Batgod.
Yeah,
but
at least they kind of they gave it the whole he traveled the world for 10 years and I mean
quote unquote he was in his damn basement eating potato chips.
Oh, damn.
Or listening to Nirvana. Depends on which Batman you subscribe to.
But I mean, didn't we kind of set up that this guy traveled the world and not as long as Bruce Wayne.
Not as extensively, but to put on the bat suit, you gotta have a little swagger, and this guy's missing it. That's all I'm saying.
And are you getting any CW vibes with like he has a team and stuff? And
yeah, it's like that's not what we show up to Batman for.
No, it's like
it's my main complaint about Arrow. Why Arrow was ruined. It just got that Arrow cave just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger to the point we had to literally like King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table. I'm just like, son of a bitch!
I know, you just have to have the...
He had his own Justice League every week. Like, what the hell are we doing?
You just have to they had to keep pulling that camera out further and further so you could see the whole group.
Star City should have never had crime.
That camera,
all those damn crime fighters in the bunker.
That camera was like a mile away so you could see the whole group.
Ugh. You'll never know how furious I secretly was that whole show.
Yeah. And again, why are we I mean, again, none of the cops know who he is, but I'm like, you already have a team in those cops. Why are we putting a guy behind the computer? Why is he, looks like, or we're going to be dragging in the girlfriend or ex-girlfriend? It's like...
they just can't help it.
He already has those.
I don't know.
He already has those cops.
John Ridley is so talented. This is such a waste. Like, I just smack some editorial mandates and they're not doing this character any favor. Let John Ridley, for the love of God.
It's editorial. Do you think, is it a case of editorial thinking they know?
Because it's Batman. It's got a Batman name on it. I would never take a Bat book. I would never take a Bat book in DC.
Yeah.
Give me Superman before you give me Batman. Ain't no way.
I was going to say, is it them trying to be protective of Batman or are they trying to kill this book?
They're trying to kill this book. They made a mistake. They know. Nobody's really digging this book. It just smacks of, fake diversity and stuff like that. And inclusivity. Like I said, every time they do it, it's always that. Even Yara Flor, it's just like, I don't keep it. If you didn't really mean it, keep it.
Yeah. And I mean,
like Duke was right there. What have we done with Duke since you introduced him?
Or Luke, the brother was right there. Oh my god. Is there a lot of people talking about this book? 'Cause I never see a lot of chatter besides us.
It's not a lot of chatter, but the people that I do know that are reading this book, they're happy for the cliffhanger, and they think that it's going to get better from here, but it has been very slow. I will say.
But it has to be behind the scenes DC because, like I said.
There's no way, because you read John Ridley's other stuff, and it's amazing. Yeah. There's just no way.
Black Panther, I collected most of the issues so far, and I was like, son of a bitch, this is good. I'm going to have to start collecting this. So, because I got his whole run so far, except for like one issue, and now I'm like, I gotta find that one issue.
Happy hunting, my friend.
Well, I figured out why that was the one that was hard to find, because it was, I think it was like issue 3, but it was also legacy numbering 200.
Oh.
So, I think there was probably like multiple covers.
See why legacy numbering's bad, kids?
Marvel's like, not bad for us, man. We sold out issue 3.
Idiots who don't know no better will just pick it up because it says 200.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I'm sure there's people who didn't even get 1 and 2.
They didn't even have the rest of the collection. They were just like, ooh, Black Panther 200.
Yeah, they didn't even get 1 and 2. They're like, just give us that. Yeah. All right. All right. So, so only 3 Bat books this week, kids. So, Batman Urban Legends number 15.
I think this one was my favorite, clearly.
Oh, yeah. This is usually one of, if not our favorite every week. Well, every month when it comes out. So, you still digging the...
Zatanna, obviously an ace, so...
Yeah, I was going to say, you still digging that Zatanna, John Constantine, and Batman?
Yes. I mean, it's an awkward throuple, but it's fine.
I was gonna say the magic. Talk about your devil.
He's really out of his depth with that, and I think that's what I enjoy. This is something different for him. So.
Yes, he can't be a full bat god. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Talk about your devil's triangle. Hey-oh.
Nice. Beat me to it. Oh, and also we're really playing up Lady Shiva and the new Birds of Prey.
Yeah.
So, but Plastic Man?
I thought you liked Plastic Man.
I do, but it was like, why are you in this book?
maybe we just had an empty slot.
I mean, I like the dynamic between Batman and Plastic Man, but that wasn't the story. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I really wish we could dig back into that whole Plastic Man Batman kind of like mentor-mentee thing, because he wasn't a freaking helpless orphan dependent on him.
Yeah.
So,
what was it?
Like, that's a more interesting dynamic than all of the Robins, as far as I'm concerned.
Well, was that what they're kind of trying to do here? Was like, it's like, oh, hey, right before I got my powers, I kind of stumbled into the middle of a Batman Joker fight.
Yeah. I mean, tough. That's a tough one, bud.
I would have been like, I'm glad
that's traumatizing to anybody.
Should have been like, I'm glad I inspired you, but half of Gotham can make that claim.
Ooh. Although Penguin and KG Beast.
Oh yeah.
That's an odd combination, but go off.
Remember when KG Beast was supposed to be a badass? Now we just use him as a punching bag.
He's the new Shocker.
He is. He is.
Thanks a lot, Arrow.
Hey, man.
I blame Arrow for everything.
Hey, man. He deserves it after he shot Dick Grayson in the head.
Yeah, Nightwing, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, honestly, it's like, well, he did shoot Dick Grayson in the head, so now you're a clown. Congratulations, sir.
It's like shooting the popular girl. Oh, oh, no, you didn't. Because, I mean, Batman gave him the old grappling hook under the chin. Dick, not like that. Dick Grayson came back, beat him. I mean, in the latest, last month's Nightwing, Wally West beat him up. I mean, he's a punching bag now.
You done messed up.
Oh, yeah.
I would never.
He has too many powerful friends. Yeah, no. Oh my God. What was that? A couple months back when Blockbuster tried some crap and the Titan showed up. Yeah, Starfire got in his face. Like, yeah, come on, step.
Oh yeah, but this is a really cool book, and it's worth every single penny of $7.99.
Yes,
I never complain about the price.
Yeah, well, I think they realize they have to bring the good if you're going to charge that much. Yeah,
and it's great because it's like people you normally wouldn't probably read books from, you know?
Yeah, exactly. This might be another, like, tryout thing kind of for people.
Although, Vita Ayala is really cool. Che Grace. I mean, you know them, but it's like not necessarily, you wouldn't necessarily associate them with DC.
Yeah.
My point.
Well, it's a nice, mix of people, maybe some newcomers, who they can give a shot. And
especially on the artwork, too.
Oh, yeah.
So.
And, of course, I'm sure your favorite, that Bat-Hound story.
Yes, that actually was my favorite one. We were just getting Ace the Bat-Hound origin stories all over the place. I'm so mad that Dwayne The Rock Johnson and Kevin Hart are doing Super Pets. I can't watch it. I won't do it. I'm so upset. You don't even know.
I know. I'm sorry. Unless Luca wants to go see it, I'm not going to see that.
Now, if that's the DC movie that makes $1 billion, brace yourself, buddy. Brace your damn self. We're going to have Super Pets everything.
Oh, my God. So just like Batman, are they pinning all their hopes on The Rock now?
Dwayne The Rock Johnson, you better freaking believe it.
Oh my God!
And it's like you came to his career about 6 years too late. He's on the downslide, and it's like the Bendis thing. It's like you got somebody with cachet, but not like staying power. Like because he's getting ready to run for political office, so he's not going to even be there for you guys like that. If you know, you know. He's totally going to do it in the next, 5 years. I'm serious.
Lilith, I have a question for you. Can you smell what DC's cooking?
Yeah, and it smells bad.
Oh!
It's burnt bacon, the worst thing in the world. Not only did you burn food, but it's bacon. The nectar of the gods. How dare you?
Oh my God, that's those dogs. It's bacon!
Yeah, they don't know what bacon strips are. Dogs don't know it's not bacon. No, it is real bacon. How dare you give your dogs that garbage? How dare you?
Oh my! See, told you, kids.
Dear Evolve Dog Food, please sponsor us.
Hey man, I'll take it.
If you sponsor us, I will go see Super Pets.
Listeners of this podcast, those dogs of Lilith's are eating better than probably at least half of you. So,
I mean, yeah, it's organic, it's grain free, it's homemade. There's no preservative.
My God.
Everything's soaked in bone broth, organic bone broth. So yeah, they probably do eat better than a lot of people.
Oh my God. She would be a wonderful mother. Too bad she can't stand human beings. Jeez.
I mean, I love kids as long as I can give them back. My godchildren will tell you.
Oh, I know.
As long as I can give them back. Perfect.
Aunt Lilith. Yes.
Yes. The rich aunt with no kids. That's me. That's me.
Remember, I remember for years you've been saying I don't want kids, but if I could just skip to being a grandmother,
just adapt grandchildren. Yes, that's the goal.
You need to find someone who adopted, so you could adopt them as grandkids.
Exactly. There you go.
Meanwhile, her
but yeah, no, it was a really good week for Batman.
Oh yeah,
I can finally say that. It's because it's not so many. Like I said, it allowed everything to be good. Maybe not great, but good. Everything that they put out was good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Except for you, Batman. Batman.
Oh.
They're trying, but it just rubs me the wrong way. The fact that this book exists.
Again, I think there's too much interference.
At the end of the day, it's the fruit of the poisonous tree. At that point, I'm just like. Ugh.
Again, it has to be too much interference because we're always like, oh, because Batman because he's a big property, but I mean. He's doing Black Panther. That's a known thing now, and
Yeah, but Marvel has more faith.
Yeah.
And they're artists of color.
Oh.
They're creatives. I'm just saying. If you notice the difference.
Well, it seems like you're right. Just from the books I'm reading, yeah, it seems like you're right.
Yeah. So.
But you didn't hear that from me.
Somebody's muffin's getting buttered. It ain't my business. Honestly, it is my business though because I'm a fan, and it's like I said, other characters that kind of came out of Future State that are of color just seem forced, poorly thought out, and then it feels like they gave all the artists and the writers and stuff all these restrictions. Even Yara Flora kind of smacks a little weird, like that whole story and stuff. So it's like because like Donna Troy and then the other Wonder Girl, they're all right there as well as Nubia. Why do we really need Yara Flor?
Yeah.
Other than to check a box, that's what it feels like.
I was going to say,
I hate that. I hate that feeling.
I'm convinced people listen to this show because we'll mention something, and I swear months down the line, stuff happens. So it's like, hey, As a reader of color,
I
tell them
wanted Yura Flor to be cool.
What do
I
you?
did, and she's okay, but like she ticks a box, and that's it. Like it just feels flat after you get past that initial introduction. It's like they just like, oh yeah, we want to do this, and then there's no like aftercare for the character after she's out there in the universe.
Well, were they going to build that whole thing off a TV show, and then that never happened?
And then they learned their lesson from Naomi.
Well, we didn't even get a TV show, and it's like, oh crap.
Yeah, because I think at the end of the day, you're going to do a Wonder Woman story, a Wonder Woman TV show when we've been begging for the main Wonder Woman to have a TV show for literally 40 years at this point? Are you effing kidding me?
Well,
and this new character gets to be the Wonder Woman. That's what that was about. That was the backlash on that. I guarantee you.
Well, were they scared about a Wonder Woman TV show because of that NBC
Well, and
debacle?
also she's Brazilian, so they're like, are you going to actually cast like a dark-skinned Brazilian, or are you going to go like Giselle Bundchen? So like there was a no-win situation on that one. Period.
Hey.
Period. They were not going to win on that one. So it's a whole thing. It's like DC. That's why you.
And again,
you need a better team. You need a better team.
And again, was that supposed to be CW? Because yeah, we ain't
it was supposed to be CW.
We ain't doing anything new at CW right now.
Well, that was kind of before we found out too, though.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, things just kind of fall apart right now, and that is like, why are we doing Naomi right now? She only when everybody was just kind of shocked, like, why are we doing Naomi? She only has 6 issues.
I mean, we said it before. I see people online screaming it. It's like, you need someone with more backstory. Any of those Milestone characters, it's like, come on.
I mean, honestly, I would have rather had a Static show.
There you go. Well, I said it. Did they want it to be a female? I mean, do Rocket or somebody, you know. I know, but I didn't know if
Rocket's okay.
I didn't know if they wanted something to, push for the teenage girls.
We could do Black Power Girl for all I care, but like,
oh yeah,
Tanya's right. Tanya Spears is right there, people.
I know, but when's the last time they did anything with her?
Exactly my point.
I mean, when did they?
We have all these black characters that we could do stuff with, but we're out creating new ones.
Besides One Star Squadron, it's like, when's the last time we did anything with any Power Girl? It's pretty bad.
Yeah, like that. We need a Supergirls book, honestly. Instead, like Batgirls, the Batgirls book has kind of inspired me to kind of like throw that into the atmosphere. We need a Supergirls book.
There you go.
I'm gonna need Streaky back. What was the horse's name? I can't think of the horse's name now.
I can't remember.
Didn't she marry that damn horse back in the day?
Whoa!
She did!
Oh, please, that Silver Age got creepy. I mean, there was a story where Superman was like...
Casually Comics did a whole thing on it. Google it. Casually Comics, Supergirl's horse, yeah.
Where Superman was like, oh, it's too bad cousins can't marry on Earth or something. It's like, ooh.
Yeah. Oh, Comet. It's Comet.
Yes.
You know what? I found a whole bunch of those. I didn't buy it, but they're probably still there. When I go look at the comic book store today, they're probably still there. I'm gonna get them.
You better snatch them up before your arch nemesis does.
He's already been there, and see, like I go in on Tuesdays for the DC books, and whatever. Usually the Marvel books are there, so shh.
Oh, I know. I've done that once or twice too, but yeah, no. Usually I just go in on Wednesday and pick everything up. Yeah.
Usually everything's there. So then, I go in on... I didn't go this Friday because I took a nap before we recorded, so... So I'm definitely going to go today and probably Sunday.
Oh my God. Yeah, there's only once or twice I pulled a Cartman. I was like, I can't come in tomorrow. Can I get my books? Yeah.
I got cheesy poos.
You know,
some cheesy poos.
You know when he goes to the mom, Mom. I want to enter this.
Or no, it's the anime. It's the one where they turn into the anime. It's like, we don't have any parents.
I was going to say it's when Cartman wants to enter the Special Olympics.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God, that was a...
You're not going to get in, fat ass. You need the parent approval.
One day we'll do a South Park. We'll do Best of South Park, maybe. Oh, yeah. Just to give you a taste.
The other night, Finger Bang was on.
No way.
Finger bang you into my life.
I just got to the one where Mackie gets molested by Hootie the Owl or whatever. the Inception episode, it was terrible. I was like, I don't remember it being this bad. Some of those episodes, the South Park episodes, are just downright mean.
Oh no, I was thinking of you because what was it, like 2 nights ago? The one was on where the people come back from the future,
Oh yeah, they took your chance. No, I think my favorite one has to be the Kanye ones. The gay fish one is the best Kanye episode.
See what we can be doing, Lilith, instead of superhero movie brackets.
Yeah, but then everybody else wouldn't be involved. I think it's how we're we have like real professors. Like I'd be embarrassed for them to know we watch South Park, Phil.
Oh, that's right. Nobody listens to these shows. That's right.
This is the educated feed, surprisingly enough. sorry, big professor.
Oh yeah, that's right. All our real professors are on this feed. That's right.
I mean, published in everything. Honestly, we're very distinguished feeds, so I don't want them to know.
Oh yeah, because they don't know that we're crazy. I was going to say at least one of them knows we're crazy.
Seems like I'm getting a package every other day.
Like to keep the illusion.
I know.
Anywho, yeah. So it's a. Oh, can I shout out Blood Syndicate really quick? I know it's not really a bad book, but if you pick it up.
I was gonna say I picked up those other ones, a few issues of the other ones, so Blood Syndicate's good too.
Yeah, I like this first one so far. So
okay. Yeah, I really haven't read any Blood Syndicate, so I might have to try that too.
Yeah, I'm hoping that they keep it as violent and gritty as the other one. So
nice. Again, I don't know when I'll get there, but like if I pick all the '90s stuff up, I won't be disappointed.
No, not at all.
Oh,
not
nice. Yeah.
Like I said, the 90s stuff was definitely seeing a vision through, and I actually like that vision that they were putting through. It's just such a shame that it took this long for them to actually put the money behind it and actually like build out that universe, because I just want to go back to a universe where they actually believed in a black creator and actually put their money behind him while he was alive.
Exactly.
So, yeah. Hashtag bitter, but it's good. It's good stuff.
All right. So, anything else, Lilith Hellfire? Should give the kids their homework?
Oh, yeah, give the kids their homework and we'll get out of here.
All right. So, from this point on till summer of 69, I just picked some randoms. So, yes. All right. Next week, we'll be covering Batman 465 and 466. More Grant and Breyfogle. Yeah, well. And then in 2 weeks, we'll be doing Detective Comics 633. But, Lilith Hellfire, in 3 weeks, we're going to do an arc, Batman 467 through 469. Yes. With King Snake. Hey-oh.
Hey-oh. Perfect. Chef's kiss. Exactly. Love that for us.
like 469, King Snake. Oh, damn it, we're in.
It's different. Son of a bitch, I'm in.
I knew I didn't even have to ask her permission for that one. I'm like, damn it. All right, kids. So, yeah, send your thoughts on all that. Email us, CapesandLunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail, 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can find We Are the Knights, the Batman podcast.
All to do about Batman. That's the new one. Vengeance is dead.
On Facebook, on Twitter, find the Batman fan group on Facebook, links to all the various social medias and fan groups for all the shows we do. And also, everything we do gets a video on YouTube, so smash that subscribe button so you don't miss a minute of anything.
Smash it!
Including our interviews. And please subscribe to the Patreon. Once again, we're not broke millionaires. So every little bit helps. $3 to $5 gets you the exclusive early access to creators, Mr. DG Chichester every month talking to me and Lilith about one of his works.
I got the good mic out for you guys.
And superhero movie brackets. We will find the worst superhero movie of all time, and it will kill me. So yes, we crowned the Marvel winner next month. Fans of this show will probably like the May episode, Batman Forever versus Batman and Robin. So
get ready for Phil and Kristen's showdown.
The only reason she'll defend those is for 30-year-old Dick Grayson. Oh, hey, wait for June, the Lilith and Charlie showdown between Superman 3 and Superman 4.
Knock down, drag 'em out, fight!
Just gonna sit here eating my popcorn. Mm-hmm.
Gus Gorman can suck it.
Wow! Are you trying to kill him?
That's a drop I need you to clip right now and save.
All right.
For June.
We're doing me now. We're doing me now.
Oh my!
I'm uncancelable.
All right, and Pick yourself up some Capes and Lunatics and Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks merch.
Handy for keeping your candy on the go.
Or unmentionable.
Also, get a t-shirt.
Yes. Phone cases. Yes. Do it up. There's lots of good stuff there. So find everything.
Be a fangirler, boy.
That's right, Ray. Be a fangirl. Anyway, find everything all in one place. That's Linktree, linktr.ee/Capes and Lunatics. Yeah, if Ray, if you can put down your DC Universe Infinite and for 2 seconds. He's loving that Wade Flash. All right.
I mean, how could you not?
Exactly. You know what? When I did my Isle of Ra, I had one of those issues. He's like, oh, it's going to be finally good to get some context for, everything that came before that issue and stuff. I'm like, yeah. Because I just picked.
Born to run, baby. Born to run.
He's like, you could only pick like 4 issues to talk about, so I picked like all oversized issues.
I remember.
Oh, I remember. All right, Lilith Hellfire, where can people talk to you about comics? And
if you want the hottest of takes on comic books and pop culture news, don't look at Lilith Hellfire on Twitter. I literally haven't tweeted in years, so. Or you can also find me on Instagram at Lilith Hellfire69. Also, you can find me at Lilith Hellfire69 on TikTok, making comments, not content, not yet anyway, because nothing's tickled my fancy yet. So it's so salty. Although, Damian Wayne, I might actually probably start making content on.
Whoa.
How much I hate him, and how much I'm pretty sure that respawns the real Damian Wayne. I can't wait to blow his mind.
The internet.
Chicks won't feel pity for me and bang me.
Oh my.
Somebody's muffin's getting buttered. That ain't my business. Can we get a ride on your alligator back, bro?
Thank you for joining us. For Officer Down, again, come back.
Officer Down. Copy.
Next week, Batman 465 and 466. Oh, we're getting there, don't worry.
No, we're going to swing back around.
All right, kids. Yes. And this was Officer Down, the final part 4. If you didn't listen to part 3, go check that out on Nightwing News, episode 143.
Diggity dang!
Nice. The Diggity Dankest. So much good stuff for you, Green Lantern, Nightwing. Even on that other feed, got our new Avengers show. We got some Egomaniac.
Avengers Declassified.
And coming soon, some Egomaniac will to show into existence. So
we're doing Maeve and Molly a favor. It's fine.
I know.
I used to love babysitting in middle school.
I know. All right, kids. Until then, join us. Same bat time.
Same bat channel.
We are the night.
We are the night. All to do with Batman.
Hi, I'm Russell.
And I'm Justin.
And we're from the
Hold up. Listen up, you nerds. Tired of being a little goody two-shoes? Had enough of always talking about acts of courage and heroism? Well, you have come to the right place, I guess. Tomes of Evil is the comic book supervillain podcast, where every month we do a deep dive on a different comic book supervillain, as well as multiple sub-series on some of the most iconic foes of all time, including Darkseid, Dr. Doom, Scarecrow, and...
I'm named Hobgoblin, and you're right on time for your funeral.
I better be getting paid for this. So what are you guys waiting for? Bring on the bad guys.
Tomes of Evil, a comic book